Learn about the indie artist from the indie artist.
Well, I'm Janaki. I'm an artist.
Well, my name is Lauren, as you already said. I am a singer-songwriter.
So I'm Hall Pems. I originally come from the Caribbean, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
My name is Brian Doucette. I'm an East Coast Canadian rocker.
And then I found myself in Las Vegas, where I'm at currently, for dancing for Cirque du Soleil with my own solo.
But also learn from music industry professionals.
I'm a music producer. I've been producing professionally for about 14 years. I have worked with a couple people in the industry, Grammy-nominated Trev Rich, Nisha from 702.
After I got my deal with Universal Music, after the Alicia Keys and Gunna record and many other that I've done, and then Alicia Keys was the #1 adult R&B song of the year.
I asked the questions.
That's a great question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Ooh, that is a good question.
Wow. I love all these questions. These are great. Like most of the questions that I get are like, tell me about Justin Bieber. It's like...
Indie Artist Music Hustle is for the indie artists, their fans, industry professionals, and the music lover. Subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, or the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, or Blonde Intelligence Facebook page. Don't forget to add me to your playlist. Bye.
It's been really fun, especially talking to someone across the pond. That's cool.
Welcome to this week's Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Roni, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. The recent events surrounding the Kendrick Lamar and Drake rap beef, along with the leaked jail calls from Young Thug, have sparked a vital discussion about the evolving identity of hip-hop culture, especially as the genre just celebrated its 50th anniversary. These incidents not only highlight existing tensions within the hip-hop community, but also challenge artists to reflect on their authenticity and commitment to the culture. Kendrick Lamar's lyrics in The Heart Part 4 served as a critical response to perceived inauthenticity among his contemporaries. His call for introspection resonates with true hip-hop fans and pioneers who argue that commercial interests are eroding the genre's essence. And we see that in an example from when I think it was Common who said Drake music was music that you would listen to in Target. So you kind of see where it's saying that the interests are eroding in the genre's essence. According to an article from Complex, Lamar emphasizes the need for artists to maintain integrity and authenticity, urging them to consider the impact of their contribution on the culture as a whole. In stark contrast, Young Thug's derogatory remarks revealed in the leaked jail calls illustrates a troubling trend where interpersonal conflicts overshadow the artistry that hip-hop is built upon. These comments can be understood through social identity theory, which posits that individuals may diminish in-group members to elevate their own status. Dr. Patricia Hill Collins, in her article published in the Journal of Hip Hop Studies, argues that such disrespect undermines the communal values that hip hop embodies, alienating artists and fans alike. The ramifications of Young Thug's statements are significant. They may lead to a reluctance among artists to collaborate with him as they navigate the potential backlash among their own reputation. This reflects a broader concern within hip-hop regarding the balance between personal expression and community responsibility. And I think that it's very ironic that his whole basis of everything that he was discussing was to make money. Now, I understand the collaboration part, but collaborations have to actually work together. You don't just go and put vinegar and oil together. I mean, what is it? Oil and water together. You have to add some lecithin in there somewhere for something to bind. So if you don't have anything that's going to bind you together, then the two differences are going to overpower each other. And I'm going to touch a little bit more about this community responsibility as being a hip hop artist. These incidents have sparked critical conversations about the essence of hip hop culture, emphasizing the importance of respect and authenticity. As the genre continues to evolve, it is essential for artists to engage in these discussions, ensuring that the foundational values of hip hop are preserved for future generations. And I'm, more of an observer of things. So when such as the leaked jail calls came out, I just listened because I feel like that when the truth is trying to expel itself, sometimes it's going to be some pain, some growing pain. And so I'm looking at the discussion afterward, not actually what was said, because it could have came from anybody. So when it's time for, I would say, the truth to prevail, it doesn't have a respect of person or who it's going to go through to make the channels open that need to be open for the conversation. So we're going to talk about hip hop a little bit, little hip hop history. The authentic hip hop culture carries a profound responsibility towards its community, serving not only as a musical genre, but as a powerful voice for social change. Historically, hip hop emerged in the 1970s in the Bronx, representing the struggles and aspirations of marginalized communities. As articulated in the Source magazine, hip hop artists use their platforms to raise awareness about social injustice, advocating for issues such as racial equality, economic disparity, and police brutality. This commitment to activism was echoed in the pages of the Vibe magazine, who showcased artists who leveraged their influence to promote education and community upliftment. One significant community responsibility of hip hop culture is to engage the youth in constructive dialogue about their identity and societal issues. Word Up magazine highlighted initiatives where artists conducted workshops and mentorship programs, fostering creativity and self-expression among young people. These programs not only empowered the youth, but also created a sense of belonging, encouraging them to contribute positively to their communities. Hip hop culture emphasizes the importance of authenticity and representation. As discussed in Pump It Up on BET, artists are often seen as role models who must navigate their responsibilities carefully. They have the duty to portray their communities accurately and uplift their narratives rather than perpetrating negative stereotypes. This sense of responsibility is crucial in shaping the perception of hip hop within society. The community responsibility of authentic hip hop culture extend beyond entertainment. So you're not just trying to make them dance in the club and have them throw dollars and or 20s or 40s or whatever the going price is these days. They encompass activism, mentorship, and representation, all of which play a vital role in preserving the integrity of hip hop and fostering a positive impact on society. And I said in my first promotion that hip hop, I think by the year 2025, was going to be a part of all genres. People were going to mix elements of hip hop together with other genres, and people are creating their own genre. But as a true hip hop culture, and that's what Kendrick keep talking about, and that's the reason why I brought up these past publications that was dedicated to hip hop. And even I remember even first seeing Escape in this in some other groups on what was it called? Teen Summit. We had things to motivate us and promote Black is proud and hip hop culture is expression and you can express yourself. And I think that Young Thug has been able to express himself through even his wardrobe. And still be accepted because that is part of hip hop to pull in all the parts of your community. And I think that's where the problem comes in with Drake is that he's trying to pull in people's personas and he don't understand the true essence of the culture of being an activist, of speaking on social injustices, of the police brutality that has been seen in our community. And I watch a lot of these shows where people ask AI these different questions. And it was a white woman on there that said, if you were to come back as any other um, race, what would it be? And AI said, I will come back as a black person because the true origins of the world came from Africa. And people try to downplay being African American, but it talked about the 144,000 chosen and the origins of the origins of different cultures and how they all tie back to being black. And they was talking about how if another culture says something, how it's perceived and took in so easily. But if the black boy said how it's to be perceived as negative, I would say, I would just put it in those words. And that if we want to know the truth, that you have to start listening to the black voices. And not saying that Kendrick is a messiah, and as in Drake's words, or trying to free the slaves. But if the truth is there, you have to be able to open your mind to it. And as in the Young Thug thing, I don't look at it as a bad thing because I feel like that it opened up conversations to conversations that need to be had in the hip hop community. We do have to maintain authenticity and have goals and integrity and not cutting people because of the money or even trying to sneak this. I don't like this sneak this thing either because I had somebody try to sneak diss me in a song and I'm not even a rapper. So I understand, where people are coming from on the commercializing the genre, and it really wasn't meant for that. Now, yes, it's catchy and da 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 and all that. And with the internet now, if you have something to say, somebody's going to hear it. The right people are going to hear it. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. And I want you to notice that I've been introducing as Blonde Intelligence because I'm going to change the name of my show back to Blonde Intelligence because that is my tagline and everything. And I got 2 of my business pages floating out on Facebook that I am trying to manage from a distance because they're not giving me access to. So I'm going back to using Blonde Intelligence. So people still like my page on Facebook, even if you don't see a whole lot of activity. I'm going to start tagging from my other page, Blonde Intelligence LLC. You can follow me on social media. You can subscribe on YouTube. And when I feel like, sometimes I don't feel like doing my hair, so I just do the podcast portion. But as I can chill it with Moni would say, she said, my audio Moni here, audio Ronnie here. And as Ryan Seacrest would say, he out, I'm gone. Bye.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.